we are going to talk about all the things our community has worked so hard on. Those processes, those approaches, that network, that foundation. How do we sustain that to be effective? And at the same time, not only do we have to figure out how we're going to sustain those networks, those processes and approaches, we have to figure out how to get better so that we are more efficient. And then on top of that, taking those processes, approaches, networks, sustaining them and improving them, we have to move towards long-term results that'll lead to transformation.
That is one of our biggest strategic challenges. And again, whether you're on the government side or the industry side, our ability to really kind of build and sustain, technically competent teams to really do the work that's required of this team and everybody that you work with to put those carriers to sea and, more importantly, bring them safely home again, okay? People really are the foundation to what we do.
You guys got a lot of superpower strengths out here. The diversity in this group, not just in what do you look like, but where are you coming from, what are your skill sets, what are your backgrounds, is unlike any other thing I think we have in the Navy. And so I think that's given you a lot of, again, you've done great stuff, it's not enough. The only way you're going to get there is really figuring out how to leverage the incredible talent that's sitting in this room in a much more integrated fashion.
We need to get the right experts to get you state-of-the-art capability, and we need to invest in it. So re-baseline what we're doing now at a senior level on reporting, get it under control, let the shipyards provide the updates on progress right in the manner that they do already. Cut down that brief quite a bit, and let's get going on the big ROI items.
We try to go standardize it so that we can kind of get those processes to be repeatable, right? There's a key element about being able to repeat that, right? Because then you become predictable that anytime a carrier comes in or submarine, it doesn't matter whatever it is the more that we can eliminate the inefficiencies of a process and we standardize those processes, we are now creating that predictability, right? So if now a carrier comes in and we say, hey, we can't go do that valve because we've already went and at least looked at all the waste in that process to eliminate those inefficiencies. Does that make a little bit of sense?
And for everyone here, and you heard it from the boss here, the Admiral, that top cover is huge. And I say that's one of the hardest things about being in the innovation space is really, the incentive structure is such that you do what you're incentivized to do. And we're doing things, and even Hondo Gertz had said it, when you're dealing things that are that float and that fly, you can't have the same level of risk tolerance that you have for software. But with the right level of top cover to help you with that risk assessment, you can really do some great things.
So all of our efforts here should be focused on helping that person do their job better, preparing for their job, keeping them safe, and completing their job when we said we would at first-time quality, right? That's our job, right? Our job to facilitate that, and just kind of recenter us on that goal here as we work through these challenges. That's the primary function of what we all do. Okay.
And so that's why safety, not only to improve the production within the shipyard, so we to make sure that we deliver on time, but we want to be safe because we want every one of us remember there's a sailor out there, and we want to bring them home to the parents.
I want to leverage what you know, and I want to build that in. And guess what happens when I do that? I get better stuff than what I was thinking about. Partly because they're getting asked and they know they're part of the mission because they're valued and they're cared for. And partly because there's where all the good ideas are. So I think in this getting to that root culture of allowing our shipyards to get better, it's having them feel like we're listening and having them feel like, no, we're going to change things and do something about it. And so let's start that transformation.